Game and shit.
It's so much better to like play this game on like the something closer to the original hardware than like on PC. I don't know. Usually I like playing emulated games on PC, like old NES games. I find it easier to conduct jumps and shit like that in like 2D side scrollers. But like for games like this, I really prefer the controller in hand experience. You know what I mean?
It's true.
It's a lot better.
Even with emulators, like I really hated using a keyboard for emulators.
Really?
So,
I mean, yeah.
So that's why I have a collection of USB controllers. Like I got a USB 64 controller over there. I've got a USB Mega Drive controller over there. Hi, welcome back, by the way.
Oh yeah, welcome back to Game and Chat. We're here again with Shadow Fenrir.
Yeah, that's me.
And me, the guy,
the meat,
who's in every episode of this
Reach.
show. That is not my name. That's not my name. That's not my name. I love this.
It's like whenever someone sees Shadow the Hedgehog in a Sonic game and they're like, "Oh, Sonic, why are you breaking the law?" That's not me!
You're the fake hedgehog.
Faker, I think you're the fake hedgehog around here. You're comparing yourself to me? Ha! You're not even good enough. I'll make you eat those words!
My dick is bigger than yours.
In every version of that game, they mix those two lines on top of each other, and it sucks.
Yeah. No, wasn't that just Sonic Adventure in general, where they, like, the lines would always overlap?
Yeah.
Yeah. I really hope they keep that in the remaster.
I really hope there is a remaster, though. No,
They're really... Well, I think there is, because the official Sonic the Hedgehog Twitter page and YouTube channel posted a remix... Not a remix, but like a redo of, what was the name of the pool bit in the main hub world?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
You mean
that's
the
very
Station
nice
Square
music.
Hotel.
Station Square, yeah. Yeah, where were we up to? We've got at least 2 crystals.
We've got 2 crystals up here.
Okay.
Should I do the first level, or do you want to do it?
I mean, I could do it. There's a story that I really want you to tell.
Okay,
and I'd love you to have your full focus for that.
Very well. You can go ahead and take us into digging it.
Digging it. I'm digging it!
Digging it. Oh no, strong bad.
I'm just gonna say in the name of full disclosure that, like, whenever we have, like, a really interesting conversation, I write it down as, like, a list of notes for Game and Chat.
He's got a little dossier he's making on me.
Yeah! I'm gonna make Shadow Fenrir exposed. Did you know that this guy draws pornography?
Oh no!
Whoa!
Whoa!
Crash is really surprised to hear about this. How do you... Whoa! Oh, shit. Okay.
Watch out for the tentacle monsters.
I think I accidentally did this well. So in the notes, I literally just have it written as Fen's crucifixion, and I had literally no idea what this meant.
Okay. So, I don't know why you have that note if you don't know what it means, but I know what it means.
Because, like, you tell an interesting story, and I think, oh, I'll remember what this is. Like, I think that's literally what it was. You said the story, and shit.
And you shit. It was such an amazing story that you shit yourself right
I know,
there.
it was so good. No, but I wrote it down, and I was just like, oh, I'm probably not going to remember what this means. And you're like, I'll know what this means.
And I did.
Yeah.
And what it means was, when I was in school, I went to a Catholic primary school.
Yeah.
And so with lots of religious kids, lots of Greek Orthodox kids, actually. And they all played Mario games and Nintendo games. Everyone had a SNES. I was the only kid with a Mega Drive. And so, one day, they thought it was appropriate to surround me, link arms, and run in circles around me, chanting, "Crucify him! Crucify him!" Because we were learning about the crucifixion in school, because it was a religious school. And I played Sonic, so clearly that makes me Jesus.
Well, I mean, you have the hair for it now.
I mean, clearly, you know, I sacrificed myself for something that I was passionate about, rather than go with the corporate shill that is fucking Mario. Full disclosure, I fucking loved Mario 64 and Odyssey, and I play Super Mario World. And when you're an adult, the console wars don't mean a goddamn thing. But when I was a kid, I was like, no, Sonic's a punk! Sonic has attitude!
I just remember at PAX when I met up with Square-Eyed Jack, he was talking about how, like, he really, like, because, like, he grew up on, like, Crash Bandicoot and, like, Spyro the Dragon, and that was, like, that was his generation. But, like, he only very recently got into, like, the Mario games and, like, found, and found that he really enjoyed them, because he couldn't get into Mario as a kid. And, he really liked Mario Galaxy. He did, like, a full-on review of it.
Mario Galaxy's okay, but Mario Odyssey, mwah.
Oh, yeah. Mario Odyssey is probably the greatest.
Because Mario Odyssey, I think, is the only true successor to Mario 64. I don't think either of the Galaxies come close to the kind of feel that Mario 64 had. I don't think Odyssey completely captures the appeal of 64, but it has enough in common with it that I'm like, yeah, this works for me.
Oh shit. I was thinking, if you could make like a new Mario game that's like not in any way like related to like the previous Mario, like it's not like an Odyssey 2 or a Galaxy 2, it's a brand new game.
So you're giving me carte blanche to do whatever I want with Mario.
Yeah, like you go into Nintendo with your pitch for the next Mario game. What would that be?
Oh man, I got balls.
No, you're Chris Chan. You just go.
Oh,
you just make.
I got this idea. It's called Somari.
Somari.
Do you know Somari?
Oh no, I'm aware of Somari, like the bootleg game.
Yeah, that's because like if Chris Chan's putting Pokemon and Sonic together, maybe if I was to pitch a Mario game, it would be pitching Mario and Sonic.
Oh shit.
I think that Sega could learn a lot from how Nintendo's managed the Mario brand
absolutely.
over the years, because every re-release of Mario games, they don't have to paint them in whorish colors or like, reference the same level 1-1 over and over again. They just let you play the original because the original was a solid product, and every product since then has been more or less a solid, viable product. Whereas Sonic famously has a much more turbulent history. You got stuff like Sonic 1, 2, 3, and Knuckles are like my golden. Don't even at me about those. They are fucking awesome. They are excellent masterpieces of 16-bittery, and I will fight you on that. But you get to the Sega Saturn, and there was basically no Sonic game. You had that one made by Traveller's Tales. That doesn't fucking count. Sonic CD's a goddamn jerk. And then you got Sonic Adventure, which was... they took the engine that they used for Sonic Jam, which was like, in between the games, you'd explore a 3D world, like a museum and stuff. They took that, and they said, just make a whole game around that. And they did not have time to properly make a full game. So they ended up making a broken mess, which I still loved because it had an amazing soundtrack and some really impressive sequences. And that one shot of a whale that, as Aaron Hansen said, it sold the Dreamcast.
Fuck. So what was your pitch for the Mario game?
You
kind of trailed off on saying your favorite thing about Sonic games.
Yes, because that is how I understand Mario, is in relation to Sonic.
In relation to Sonic, yeah. They are kind of parallels. They've been rivals for the longest time.
What would I do? I probably want something like Mario 64, where you have that hub world, and you have... you have that hub world, you have goals to go and achieve. Maybe take a couple of leaps from Banjo-Kazooie's design style.
Oh, that would make for a really good game,
Yeah, like,
I think.
what if Mario had things he could interact... Like, the whole thing about Odyssey, which makes it so great, is that it's basically Mario 64, but he's got a new element that he can interact with.
Yeah.
Which is, the hat.
That's basically it. It's like you create a new gimmick or a new, like, gameplay style. And you basically make that the...
That's Nintendo's whole thing. They don't start off with a finished idea. They say, hey, we've got new technology, or we've got a new idea for a mechanic. How do we approach this? And then they decide later on, is this going to be a Mario game? Is this going to be a Zelda game? And that's a really clever way to go about... can you dig under the ground in this section?
No, not in this section, no. I believe the ground has to be, like, completely, like, dark red.
Just try spinning on the ground just there. No. Okay, you're right.
Yeah, I know because I played this remaster. When the remaster first came out, Nicola actually came down to my... before we were even dating, she came down to my house, and we played through this game together. And I remember having a lot of trouble on these sections.
These are probably the most irritating.
Yeah.
So I would probably try to find a gimmick. I don't know what I'd pick, but something like the Banjo-Kazooie gimmick of having a partner in your backpack. In fact, maybe that's what led them to Odyssey.
Well, shit, I didn't realize just standing there. That's one of the unique ones!
Yeah! Buzz off.
Bazinga. Buzz-inga. But,
Darn, my flatmate's been watching Big Bang.
Really?
Yeah.
Dang.
Rest in peace, Travis.
I do this thing, like, every single,
Do you need me to help there?
Every single time I come to Fenn's house, I say... His housemate will, like, answer the door, and I'll say, hey, I'm Fenn's friend. And he goes, yes, I know. And this time he just shut the door on me. It was
salty.
So funny.
Very salty.
Yeah. But one thing that they shouldn't copy from Sonic the Hedgehog is the anime dragon-style final boss fights.
Yeah, I don't know what is up with that. I do have a video I want to make about this.
See this bit right
yeah,
here.
Yeah,
that's
I
the section.
I have a video I want to make about Sega's management of Sonic coming out, so watch out for that on YouTube. You see a big retrospective by someone else who sounds a lot like me, but isn't me.
Okay. All right.
So I shouldn't probably go too much into that, but I would.
Yeah.
I'd want to take. I don't want to do a controller gimmick because Nintendo's focused way too much on those.
Yeah.
And I think that having a unique gameplay idea, like being able to possess animals, is a great one. I don't think they perhaps took it as far as they could have in Odyssey, because in the end it usually ends up being like a travel utility or like a 5-minute section. What about if you had a whole level where you...
Fuck!
You know how in Banjo-Kazooie you transform into an animal, and that's kind of like you do a whole section of objectives like that?
Yeah.
What if Mario?
What if Mario?
What if Mario?
What if real life but video games?
But video games. Oh.
Oh!
What if Mario actually took on other forms instead of just like temporarily inhabiting someone else for like a 5-minute section of gameplay? But then is it really a Mario game?
Yeah, I don't know. That it's kind of interesting when you think about stuff like that, because like I think the Angry Video Game Nerd put it best when it's like, being too different doesn't necessarily have to mean that like something's bad or whatever.
No, of course
not. Castlevania 2 wasn't like the first one, and like Mario 2 wasn't like the first one. Shit like that.
It's Sonic, but he uses guns and he rides a motorcycle.
Oh my gosh!
And it runs on a crappy engine that didn't work the first time we used it, but now we're putting even more high-end graphics into it, so it'll definitely work on all platforms. I'm talking about Shadow the Hedgehog.
Shadow the Hedgehog. Alright, just don't bring that shit into my house.
I beat every timeline of that game.
I unpicked the cage with the key to the cage.
I will never touch that game again, though.
Yeah, no, absolutely not. Could you? Oh my gosh, a Wario game, but he has a gun.
Oh, what if they did another Mario and Wario buddy game?
Oh, dude, that'd be so cool. No, what I think would be really cool is if similar to like Link's Awakening, they did like a remake
of one of the old
remake
Warriors?
of Super Mario Land 2 and shit like that.
Oh, yeah.
Like, there's so many like good games on the Game Boy.
Did that game ever come out in the West?
I think. Oh shit! He's chasing me. Oh my god! I didn't expect the Mario clone to chase me. So for me, if I could create a new Mario game, definitely letting you take the next level.
So I didn't think I finished up, but basically
go ahead.
I would want to create something that shook up the Mario franchise, but I'd definitely do it in a 3D Mario 64 format.
Yeah.
Possibly to do with transformations or just a unique way of interacting. I know that doesn't sound like anything.
No, it's a premise, which
Yeah.
is what I was going for. Is like a new premise for something, right? So sort of going off like the comparison to Sonic as well. I had like a couple of ideas for a Mario game, but I think I'll start off just as a segue. I think a Mario and Sonic platformer game could definitely work.
Crash Twinsanity, but with Mario and Sonic?
Well, I guess, but I was thinking more like the Sonic Adventure style, where instead
What?
of it being, I think there was nitros in there.
That's a fuck you.
It's a cheap trick. Yeah, I know. I was thinking like so Mario and Sonic platformer, but in the Sonic Adventure style, where there's like a Mario campaign and a Sonic campaign, and you go through the same levels. But like you can access different bits of the 3D levels if you have Sonic's abilities.
I can only imagine that would end up like Alvin Earthworm's Mario and Sonic Z series.
I don't know. That was a little bit fanficky. This would be a little less so.
Yeah, but like Sonic talks, right? Mario doesn't.
He doesn't have to talk.
No, but he basically doesn't ever talk in a cutscene.
What, Mario?
Yeah. Like he's always
those could make some really good cutscenes though.
Like where Sonic's talking and Mario's not.
Where Sonic does all the
exposition.
Exposition,
yes.
Yeah, and like Mario just responds to it with like a nod or like a subtle look or something like that. Yeah, I don't know. I just think that would be an interesting concept
you want
for like
the
a Mario Sonic
Mario
game.
and Sonic game of them together already sounds kind of fanficky.
Well, I mean, I think the idea of a crossover in general sounds fanficky.
But they already do Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games.
Yeah, but that's not what we wanted, though. We all like after the fact we're like, oh yeah, it makes sense. It's kind of chill.
So
but
you've got your game.
Uh-huh.
Is it Mario 64 and Sonic Adventure meshed together, or is it
kinda
Sonic Adventure and like a 2D Mario game meshed together?
No, yeah, it would definitely be like the I think there could be like side-scrolling bits, but like it would generally be like a Sonic Adventure style Yeah, that was a mistake.
No, you gotta...
I mean, unless you want to do all the...
I want the gems!
Yeah, you want the gems. That makes sense. When I was a kid, I didn't care much for the gems. I think just getting through the challenge itself was good enough for me.
That's because you're a basic bitch.
No, it's because I was a kid, and
yeah,
winning any game is an accomplishment.